Hi everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Noe's Beauty Guru. Today I am here with my rolling project pan update as well as my wrap up for my May palette and my introduction to my June palette. We're gonna jump right into this because honestly my updates for this are pretty meh. A lot of my rolling project pan items are just that, they're rolling, so there's not a ton of progress to show on a lot of things. We're just gonna show you how I've been doing. So first of all, you will have seen in my last video, which I will link up above, that I had my NYX pore filler and I said it was done, except I opened it and then I realized how much was still in there. So I put it into one of these little like pots and I still have a lot of product in there that I'm working through. So this is still my NYX pore filler. I'm currently in the middle of using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Soft Beige. It's what I'm wearing today. I do like this. I like it with a sponge. I like it with a brush. It does good, and it's a decent color match for me right now, so until I'm ready for my medium IT Cosmetics CC cream, this is my foundation, and I've been liking it. I have a new Becca liquid highlighter. I finished my other one, which was, I believe, in Moonstone. I finished that one, so this one is Opal. I haven't started that one yet. My e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel, I did go through the other side, or almost all of the other side, so I need to go repurchase a new one of this because I'm like digging around the bottom of each side of this. And it's nasty. Setting spray, I am still using the NYX matte spray and I hate it. I like the dewy setting. I don't like the matte setting sprays. So this one is just not for me, but I'm still going through it. This one I just filled up, so this one's full again, and then I probably have just a little bit left of the actual large bottle, so I should be done that hopefully soon because I'm not a fan. My Mary Luminizer, which I'm just trying to hit pan on, and I am so close. I have like a really good dip in the middle of this, but there's no pan yet, and trust me, I've been looking. There's nothing there. So I've actually been using a really fine pointed brush going into the middle of this and then doing my inner corner, and I really thought I would hit pan doing it that way, and I have not yet. So I will use this until I hit pan and then I'll move on to another highlighter in my collection. I also have my Pixi Under Eye Brightening in Brightening Peach, and that is regular progress. It was brand new last time, so not a ton to show you. It's my e.l.f. HD setting powder mixed with the e.l.f. Under Eye setting powder. So it's got little specks of glitter in it, and I don't love that. So right now I'm right here on it. You can see the powder through this. So there's not a ton left in there. I've only been able to use this underneath my eyes. If I put it everywhere, I end up with little specks of like glitter everywhere. So it's not my favorite. I really just want to use this up, and then I'll be filling this up for on the go with my Coty Airspun, which I have in my Mission Impossible because it's so much powder. And I do like the way that that one finishes. Like, I like the way that it looks. It's just that it's got this like stench to it that I don't enjoy. My blush, which was my ColourPop Between the Sheets, I have stopped using because I put another powder blush into a project, so I haven't been using it. One more, and it is measurable, and this is my brow pencil. This is a Too Faced Brownie Brow in, I think, Brownie. I can't wait for this to be over. So the other side of this is like a spoolie. I'm right down here at this last line. A little bit less progress this last month than typical for me. Honestly, this past month, I just have not been doing my makeup very often at all. And when we get into the palette, you'll see that I had like a full week of no makeup at the very beginning of the month because I had allergy-induced pink eye, and then things changed for me at work and I just haven't been doing my makeup in the mornings at work. So I'm kind of nervous about the kind of progress I can make on my palettes through the summer, but I'm going to keep doing my very best. I still obviously enjoy wearing makeup. I don't really feel like myself anymore without it, so the weeks that I wasn't doing makeup, it actually started to like affect my mood. I really realized that I liked having it done. Not as much progress on this palette as I would have liked. And this month I did use a custom made palette, which between the intro and this, I did switch around a little bit. I took out 2 colors to put in my MAC colors that I've been using in my Finish 17 because I realized that having like multiple palettes with this one being so big in my traveling case was just too much, so I got rid of that. I hit pan on one color. I hit pan on Vanilla Bean. You can see that right here. And I did use that as an all-over setting color. I was really hoping for pan on this purple shade, which I believe is Vintage. Nope, that's Unexpected. This was my transition like crease color whenever I did a cool tone purple look. So I used it a good bit, but there's a decent dip, no pan. I also really worked on Cocoa Bear anytime I did a warm color. I used that, and no pan on that. I was able to hit pan this month on all the glitters, which is in my Finish 17 and 17, and I made more progress on Jest, but as far as pan on these colors. I only hit pan on one. I'm hoping that if I use this palette again for another month that I will be able to hit pan on more of these. I know I will be able to. I'm not going to do that for the coming month. I have a different palette for next month, for the month of June, which is actually what I'm wearing today. So I will show you that in a second, but let me give you a close-up of some of these colors because you can see that there are considerable dips. So I'm going to give you a close-up. I really did love using this. I loved the colors. I love the looks that I came up with. These are hard to hit pan on because they're really, really large. So a little bit of a dip there in Shimma Shimma. You can see a little bit more of a dip there in Cocoa Bear. You can also see, this is the Cocoa Bear. You can also see the dip that's down here in Unexpected, which is pretty significant. I used Starry Eyed and Grandstand a good bit, but no pan. That was the palette for May, which I really did enjoy, and I know I will bring that back up. Probably in like September, maybe the fallish months, I'll use that again and try to hit pan on some more of those shadows that I have really good dips in. But for right now, I'm moving on to a new palette. So my palette for June is gonna be my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which I loved in theory, but really have never focused on using. So I'm hoping to really love it as I go through it this month. It is what I'm wearing on my lids today. I'm excited to play around with the green. I'm excited to play around with some of these blushy tones. I don't think I really necessarily want to use them as blushes. I'm sure I could to be able to finish them up, but I do really like this. This is the only Too Faced palette that I own. I don't have any of the chocolate bar palettes. This particular set of colors really did speak to me more than the chocolate bars. So this is the one that I went for, and I'm really glad I waited. I like the smell of it. I know some people say it's like artificially peachy, and it is, but I actually really like the smell of it. And I know that a lot of people said if you own the chocolate bar palettes that this one's not really necessary because it's really just a bunch of neutrals with a couple pops of color, but I don't own the chocolate bars, so this one does make sense in my collection. I also think that it's just a nice neutral palette as I work through other Project Pan items and things that are in different challenges that I can incorporate them in as well and have them work. So I'm hoping for the best in terms of that palette for the month. I hope I can hit pan on a couple. I'm not even kidding you when I tell you that the majority of these still have like the lines on them from being pressed in the factory. Like a lot of these have not been touched ever. At the very most they've been swatched, but today was the first day that I've actually really worn a whole look from this palette on my eyes. So I've owned it for a while. I did get that during the initial release when they came out the first time. So I've had it for a while and I'm just not using it. So I'm excited to get some use out of it this summer and for the month of June and see what I can do with it. We will see. I think I could probably multitask some blushes and some highlighters from in there too. So I'm excited to see what I can do with that for the month of June. That has been this particular wrap up. I know not the most exciting thing in the whole wide world, but I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.